anything yet. Awesome. That's a blessing. You haven't seen or heard anything about raids. That's a blessing. That's a big, big blessing right there. Okay. Let's see. We have somebody here that said they're from, where is that? New Jersey. Already on deportation, have a VAWA case pending. ICE just raided my area in Newark. Go back. This is my answer to Genesis. Go back and view the video I talked about what to do if ICE knocks on your door. What to do if ICE knocks on your door. Okay. But for you, since you have a current, you're in deportation proceedings, you want to see if your lawyer can file anything to get you out of deportation proceedings, because technically they could get a warrant for you, right? Because you're already in deportation proceedings. All right. But the fact that you have a pending VAWA case, that is some protection. Okay. So, and I guess the other thing I want to say is, since you're already in deportation proceedings, if they wanted to get you, they would have, I think by now they would have come for you already. All right. Now, I wanted to take this chance, first of all, to talk about these raids, and then I'll talk about this topic. I'm hearing all sorts of misleading information about raids. ICE is not just going after every single person that's an overstay. I mean, they just simply cannot. So the priority is people who have criminal charges. You've got some serious criminal charges on your record, some fraud charges on your record. You got some criminal charges, some fraud charges. Oh, thank you, Kate Queese. Queese said she got me approved. So you got criminal charges, fraud charges on your record, or you have an open deportation proceedings and you have nothing pending. So you have an open deportation proceedings, plus you have nothing pending, all right? And maybe you committed some crime, all right? Because even with the open deportation cases, they still can't go after everybody, okay? So long story short, who are they going after? People who have done something. That's my experience. That's what I'm seeing most. So the best way to protect yourself at this time, these next 4 years, is don't do anything stupid. I said that on the last video we posted. Don't drink and drive. Even speeding right now will be something you want to avoid. Don't be speeding. Don't be where you're not supposed to be. Don't get into a public fight with anybody. Don't have don't be, make sure your spouse or partner doesn't call the cops on you for domestic violence. Okay, don't do anything stupid. That's the best way to protect yourself. Now I'm going to jump straight into the topic because I see now we have 93 people. Now it's time to start talking about our topic, and I'm going to come back to this. I've been having a lot of conversations with people who said immigration just denied my case, usually like a previous previous marriage case. All right, they just denied my case and they sent me a letter saying I have 33 days to leave. Okay, so a lot of people, the way that letter is written is supposed to make you so scared to think that ICE is going to be at your door tomorrow, and that's just simply not true. Okay, it's written in such a way as it is supposed to make you literally self-deport yourself. So if you get a prior denial from a prior marriage case and it says you have 33 days to leave, please don't pack up your bags. Don't go to the airport. Okay, don't do what they want you to do. In other words, they're trying to see how many people can we just get to self-deport themselves. Okay, and sadly, some people literally have taken that letter and gone to the airport and gone home. So don't do that. Okay, they're just basically saying right now you have no protection. That's all that letter is saying, is that right now you have no protection, and right now you have no legal right to be in the U.S. And should you want to go, you can go now. Well, that's what they're basically trying to say, is as of today, your case has been denied, and now you no longer have any legal protections. And then now, in other words, we no longer want you here because you're no longer legal here. That's all that letter is saying. So it doesn't mean to panic, all right? And so if you get that letter, that'll be a good time to consult a good experienced immigration lawyer, someone you trust. It doesn't have to be me. Of course, I'd love it if it's me. Call us. Let's talk about your options. And of course, I've told you that now we also take T visas, okay? I've explained this on a video, but it's always good for me to explain this live. People get it most when I discuss these things live because I'm able to illustrate them better. So a T visa is so much more wide than a VAWA case. You know, VAWA, I told you, applies to so many people. VAWA applies to anyone who's married, separated, divorced from a U.S. citizen or green card holder. It also applies to a parent who's being abused by an adult child over 21, an elderly parent, okay? T visa applies to even more people than that. T visa can apply to a child who's under 21, a spouse, even a parent, and even a sibling. So T visa gives you a chance to even file for your sibling to get a green card. And no, it's not going to take the regular 13 years that it takes. So normally, if you're a U.S. citizen and you file for your sibling, it's going to take about 13 years, last I checked, maybe now even longer, to get your sibling here in the U.S. on a green card. T visa is the exact opposite. T visa, you're saving at least at the very least 10 years of processing. Now, the main difference I want you to always remember is that with the T visa, you do not have to be married to your person. So, and you don't even have to be married to a U.S. citizen or green card holder. That requirement is not there for T visa. So for T visa, you just need to have you just need to have performed labor or services for someone who made you do it in short terms. You just need to, again, let me repeat the definition of trafficking according to T visa. In immigration, the way trafficking is defined is whenever you perform a labor or a service for someone in exchange for a threat, in exchange or due to coercion, all right, or due to fraud. Okay, so you found yourself working for an employer and using due to fraud, threats, or coercions, they made you work for free or for delayed pay or no pay at all, or they made you sleep with them. You find yourself in a relationship where your spouse makes you do things that you're uncomfortable with, makes you sell drugs, makes you do criminal things, or makes you have sex or do things sexually that you're uncomfortable with. All right? In exchange for them not to call the cops on you, in exchange for them not to call immigration on you, in exchange for them not to harm your family. Okay, this happens a lot too. Like we had a woman the other day who came here to the U.S. and she came here, just to see like a friend, and the friend had applied for her to come here on a conference. Well, unbeknownst to her, there was no such conference. When she got here, her friend said, "Oh, it's just supposed to be virtual, but in the meantime, take care of my kids." So she started taking care of the kids, and long story short, that's how she ended up working for him, without pay, just taking care of the kids. And then, there was of course threats to her life, threats to her immigration proceedings, threats to her immigration status. Okay, so anytime you're in a situation where you're working for someone, you're doing things like cooking, cleaning, carrying bags, carrying drugs, selling things, selling illegal things, selling drugs, selling guns, or just selling anything, and it's outside of your will, the only reason you're doing it is because that person has some upper power over you. It's because that person is exercising some sort of threat over you, is exercising some sort of coercion over you, has exercised some sort of fraud over you. Then we have a T visa, and a T visa does lead to a 10-year green card. Okay, so just like VAWA, a T visa leads to a 10-year green card. The only thing is that with a T visa, we have to report it, okay, to some sort of law enforcement. That could be the police, it could be FBI, it could be Department of Labor. We have to report it to the applicable law enforcement agency as part of the case, but that's something administrative, nothing to worry about. And then if that's successful, if all goes well, once your T visa is approved, then it's going to lead now to a 10-year green card. Okay, it does have, anyway, I don't want to talk too much. I don't not say everything that I'll say in a consultation. So call me if you're interested in a T visa, if that sounds like you. So in other words, literally most people who qualify for VAWA also qualify for T visa. So if you qualify for VAWA, you also qualify for T visa, most likely. Okay, most likely. So if you've ever worked with me before and you wondering, okay, can I qualify for a T visa, or maybe something went wrong, particularly for these people from my Nigerian clients who maybe your case was denied because of a prior fraudulent divorce certificate or some issue with your divorce certificate. You need to give me a call. Let's see if you qualify for T visa. Okay. So I've just described T visa as along with VAWA, and I've explained them side by side. Okay. All right. And then of course I also do adjustment of status to marriage. Those are the people who you're in a good relationship, or at least a good enough relationship that your spouse is still willing to petition for you, wants to see you doing well in life. We could get you a green card through your spouse. Typically, a spousal application leads to a 2-year conditional green card, not a 10-year one, unless you've been married more than 2 years when they're trying to issue it. So if at the time of issuance you've been married more than 2 years, then immigration will issue you a 10-year green card. All right. Then, of course, we do asylum for people who have fled their home country due to some unrest. Of course, the only drawback with asylum is that it could possibly be a long process. Okay. I've said it before. Asylum could take 1 to 7 years. Of course, I have some exceptions. There's some that we won within 6 months. Even last year, we won one that was in immigration court within 8 months. So that was a real huge, celebration moment. But technically and typically, that's not the case. Usually for asylum, you wait till you go there, wait till I don't know if I talk right. You wait for asylum. Okay. All right, but at least you can get a work permit and it's some sort of protection from deportation. Okay, these are not all the immigration options. These are just the ones I know. And of course, there's extraordinary ability visas for the top 10% in their field. Okay, these are for extraordinaries like plastic surgeons, maybe from Venezuela and from some of these places where plastic surgeons are top in the world. Any one of those people could come and easily get an extraordinary an O visa, extraordinary ability visa that leads to a 10-year green card. Athletes, celebrities, actors, actresses, Nollywood actors, Kenyan filmmakers, Kenyan actors, actresses could easily, very well, get an O1 visa based on their extraordinary ability. Okay. Then, of course, there's so many other visas that even I don't do. There's also for people who are in PhD programs, there's an NIW visa. There's so many other things, so many options. So consult a lawyer at this particular time. My best advice is have something pending. I've been saying that over and over, and I'm going to say it again. Just have something pending. Okay, make sure, as far as you're concerned, you have something pending. All right, so let me take some questions. I told you I'll be done. Oh, so this is the only, maybe I'll take 2 questions because I'm supposed to leave at 4:15. 2 questions. Hello? Hello? If you'd like to ask me a question live, the questions I guarantee, that typical guarantee I will answer are the ones people come and ask me live on Instagram. So if you'd like to ask me a question, you want to make sure I answer your question, you need to join my live on IG. Just type VAWA Queen and you'll see my live. Come on there, request to come live and ask your question. All right. I don't know what happened to that person. Let me try it again. Accept. You can request to come live now. I'm answering questions now. I'll take 2 questions and I'm gone. Just 2 questions. Just 2 questions. I'm trying to bring this person in. I don't know why. 2 questions I'm taking. Somebody says I have a question. Okay, so then I'll just answer 2 or 3 written questions since nobody's coming to live to ask their questions. I have a work permit through VAWA, but I haven't received a travel permit. So it depends. I don't know if you filed for travel permit. If you did, you should get one, or because most times they put them together in a combo card, although sometimes they may separate it. So talk to your lawyer or go back and check and see if you filed correctly. All right. These are my 2 people now that I'm bringing in to answer 2 questions. Hello? Before I leave. Hello? Hello? Hello?
My name is Chama.
How are you doing?
To let you know that this call is being recorded for quality and training purposes. Also, this is an attempt to collect a date.
Yup. Are you calling me? That's so strange. Source is at work. Hello, yes, how can I help you?
Hi, my name is Trina.
Did you just say this is an attempt to collect a debt?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, are you at work?
I don't know.
So strange. Guys, before you come live, make sure you're off work. Make sure you're not. How can you be talking to me and you're saying the call is recorded? They're going to hear what you're saying and they recorded the call. Okay. Why can VAWA be denied? Just like any other case, VAWA can be denied for many different reasons. In my particular situation, I just told you that with one particular country that I represent, a big issue, I'll just say Nigeria, a big issue we have is prior divorce certificates not being valid. So that could cause your VAWA case to be denied. So if you're hearing me and listening to this, this is your reminder. This is your, I don't know how they say it. Yeah, this is your sign on Facebook, on social media. This is your sign that you need to get your divorce certificate checked. Okay, so I also often see a lot of situations where people just remarry very quickly without checking that divorce certificate. Always check your prior divorce certificate, even if you're not from Nigeria. From any other country, always make sure you had a proper divorce certificate before you get remarried. All right, so that's one reason it could be denied. It could be denied also because maybe you never lived together with your spouse and you have no documents to show that you live together. So for VAWA, there's a requirement that you live together at least at some point, even if it's just a few days, and that you have documents to show that you live together at some point. Okay. All right. All right. I'm gonna take a. Okay, I think guys, that's it. Nobody's really coming live, and I don't prefer to read questions. It's gonna take me a long time to read and answer. Um, what's your advice on an approved 45 interview next month? I don't get it. So you haven't gone to the interview just yet. So I don't know what to say. So, and I don't know what you're asking. That's a question from YouTube. Okay. All right. Thank you, guys. That's it. If you have any questions, give me a call, schedule a phone consultation. You all have a great day. Bye. Next time, if you want me to answer your question, come live, ask your question. Let me see. Maybe I'll try to answer one more question before I go. But please, I'll have to. If you got your EAD, your SSN typically is mailed directly to you if you told them to mail it to you on the phone. Or you can just go to the Social Security office and tell them to issue you one. Okay? If you have your work permit, all you need to do is just go to the Social Security office and they'll issue you your Social Security number. Hello?
Hi.
Yes? Yes, how are you?
Fine, thank you. I have a question.
Yes.
Yeah. I have my interview that has been scheduled for the 4th of March.
Mm-hmm.
And but I have a situation with my partner. Just he doesn't want to cooperate. We're actually separated. I don't know if I can still go ahead for the interview.
You can go. They just will likely deny it or won't hold the interview without him because he's the petitioner. So you need to look into your other options. Call me. In other words.
Okay, I'll call. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Okay, guys, that's it for today. Have a great day. Take care. God bless you all. Bye.